Mitte oluliselt. Ikka on liiga kõvasti. Nüüd on liiga vaikne jälle. Okei, nüüd on okei. Jah. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Porsche Ring at Pärnu, Estonia, to third round of Baltic Touring Car Championship. We have a very busy schedule for this weekend, and thus we will have 3 races already on Friday evening. Weather here in Pärnu is gorgeous. It's about 23 degrees. Sun is shining. It's a pleasant day to be on the beach. But we are here at the racetrack. Those cars you are seeing flashing through are now doing their last qualification laps. There are cars which will be on the track tomorrow during the 6-hour race. But talking about today, we have 3 races, as I mentioned. And the first of them will start, actually the warm-up lap should start at 18:25, and this is for PTC1, PTC2 and PTC3, plus V1600 and BMW 116 cars. So, to say short, there will be smaller touring cars. And there is, we will have 25 cars of them, but with our schedule continuing at 7 o'clock 19:00, BMW 325 Cup qualification race, or should I say a last chance race. We have 45 cars entered for this meeting, and it means that we had 2 qualification sessions. 13 best cars from both of them advanced to final races, and those who were not in top 13 in their respective groups are going to take part in this qualification race, and the task will be very easy. You must be in top 10, then you can take part in main races tomorrow. And the final race of today will be for Porsche's NEZ Porsche Sprint Challenge race 1, 20 minutes plus 1 lap, and that race will start at 19:30. And as you can see from this picture, first cars already exited the pits, and they are going to take place on the dummy grid. Then we will have some few minutes waiting, and then they will start for the warm-up lap first, and then for this. And now we will have our pit reporter Ramona ready, and she will take over. Please, Ramona.
Hi, greetings from Estonia. Today is perfect weather. The mood is fantastic, and we are ready to race. Today 28 cars will go to the race, in first race. We are waiting these cars. Right now nobody is here at this moment, but soon they will come. And in the first position, wait, I need to check. We will just wait the drivers, and then we can start first race. Previous year the race started on Saturday and then on Sunday, but this time the race will start from today. So we are waiting for the drivers, and maybe we can talk with some organizers about the race and what we can wait. Maybe Janis, we can ask. Hi, Yanni. Hi. While we are waiting for the drivers, maybe we can a few words. What we can wait. This time we are starting from Friday.
Yeah, I mean this is completely, I would say, the best event for this year. We have like more than 170 participants, a lot of classes, a lot of races. So we were forced to start already on Friday. It is first time, I think, in this history of our team when we are organizing these events.
Really, first time?
Yeah, first time. We're starting on Friday, but yeah, weather is good. Everything is fine. We have like more than 25 cars on a grid, so perfect. We're looking forward to have a nice, clean races.
What you can say to the drivers, because it's pretty stressful and a lot of adrenaline and of course fast cars.
What I can say is that I want to see all of them on a podium. So that's the main thing. But at the same time, they must stay safe, clean battles, and drive safe to the finish.
Okay, thank you very much. We will go and talk a little bit with the drivers. Okay, drivers are here, all participants. Let's go and talk with the driver in first position. Hi! We want to know how you feel and what are your emotions right now?
Actually, I'm very nervous because I know that fight with Aurimas will be very hard, and I think it's third season when I try to overtake him, but it's very difficult. But I know that today it's possible to do that, so I'm very nervous because qualification is not all, races, everything.
And what's your strategy for the first place?
Actually, for 2 years, I always get in some kind of accident in Estonia. I always finish, but something happens. So today my strategy is just to be with no accidents and just to keep good pace to race with Aurimas and don't do anything stupid.
But you are in first position, so you are quite better than others.
Yeah, but our cars are almost identical, power is also almost identical, so I think it doesn't matter in the start if I'm in the first or he's in the first. After the first corner, everything will be different.
Okay, we wish you good luck and see you later. Let's go and talk a little bit with the position number 2. Hi! How you feel? Can we talk a little bit?
Yeah. Try to concentrate for the race, so it was hard qualification, and now I will try to catch the scissors.
Okay, but what's your strategy for the first place?
I don't know, push as hard as I can. That's all.
Okay, but how you feel right now? You're concentrating, but what's your plan? What you will do better than others?
I don't know. I will try to push as hard as I can. I feel stability is the most important thing, so I will try to be stable all laps, and we will see.
Okay, good luck for you. And right now, drivers are already ready to race, and we are returning to you, Thomas. And after a few moments, we will come back in here for next race. See you.
Thank you, Ramona. And as you can see, mechanics, engineers, and all the other persons are now leaving the grid already. It means that everything should be ready for BTC 123 V1600 and BMW Cup drivers to start their warm-up lap. The race distance will be 10 laps, and start will be standing start, and here is the grid. Isidorius Paukštys and Aurimas Mištautas starting from row 1. Mištautas is the series leader with 50 points. Both Paukštys and Robertas Zauka, who is starting from third place, have 33 points, while Mištautas have 50. And in BTC 2, the poleman in that class is number 88, Estonian driver Simo Lind, who starts from fourth row together with another Estonian driver, number 3, Antti Järtsev. So they were two fastest in BTC 2. BTC 1 fastest in qualification was number 121, Davidas Sakalauskas, who starts from P15. V1600 pole winner number 25, Mattias Nuoramo, starting from P19. And so green flag is out, and it means that warm-up lap for small, let's say small touring cars or smaller touring cars have begun. BTC 1 is up to 1600cc engines, BTC 2 is up to 2 liters, and BTC 3 is up to 3 liters. V1600, again 1600 means the capacity of engine, cubic capacity, and those cars are more or less standard. That class is very popular in Finland, and actually their name V1600 V, it comes from Finnish as well, so in Finnish it's a vagiauto, which means something like a standard car. So 25 cars over 10 laps. It is the first race of Pärnu Summer Race 2022. And talking about cars we see on the track, it's quite interesting that BTC 3 are almost all BMWs. BTC 2 are almost exclusively Hondas, especially Honda Civics. There are some exceptions, but we will see them during the race. And V1600s, 3 young Finns all have Nuoramo, Skaffari and Sylvesterson have all Toyota Auris, while All the other V1600 cars are BMWs. So, warm-up lap is not almost completed. Cars are now going through turns 11 and 12. And here you can see this is turn 14, penultimate turn. It's sometimes called pond turn as well. And then poleman Paukštys is now already on the main straight. And yeah, there will be formation lap. Actually, there are 2 laps before they're going to start. First is warm-up lap and another one is formation lap. Of course, there is no big difference when we have a standing start, but when we will have a rolling start, we will see this today as well for Porsches. There is a big difference. But anyway, now we can say you that almost full lap still to go. Then the cars will take their positions on the grid, and then finally the 10 lap race can start. And talking about the starters, there is car number 888, BMW 116, which is starting from penultimate row, P24, and that car is driven by Artūrs Virbulis, Latvian driver. Actually, he's my co-commentator, and well, when he has done with his duties on the track, then he will sit beside me in the commentator booth, and you will probably hear what he experiences on the track as well a little bit later. And here is the weather in Pärnu, 23 degrees, little bit overcast, but the sun is shining. You see shadows are quite long already. Very pleasant weather. Maybe a little bit too hot for car racing, but not that bad. And now first cars are already going through turn 12, and this is Artūrs Virbulis, that white car with red and black stripes. So this is penultimate turn, and we will have a rolling start. Sorry for the mistake, but I read the papers, and my papers told me. And the start has been given, and Paukštys, who started from pole, has kept his position. There is some door banging already behind first 2, but more or less everybody has managed to go through turn 1, 2, or 3 at least. Paukštys and Mištautas, 2 in front. They have already managed to put some air between them, and third placed Zauka, whose car is smoking badly. And Zauka has pulled away from fourth place Vilinskas as well. While midfield is very tight, and there is battle going on for P1, as Paukštys told in an interview. Their cars are very similar on power, and despite Mištautas being the series leader, it will be not easy life for him for sure. First lap is going to be completed in few seconds. Paukštys, Mištautas, Zauka, top 3, and now they are on the main straight. And for whatever reasons, but Paukštys managed to be a little bit faster down the main straight, and it means that there is now 3, 4, 5 car lengths free air between two leaders, but on the opposite straight, Mishtautas seems to be a little bit faster. And yes, top 4 actually escaped from all the others. 4 fast BMWs, Paukštys, Mishtautas, Zauka and Bilinskas. All Lithuanian drivers, all in BMWs. And what is going on behind them? And it seems that Simolin number 88 is the leader in PTC2 as he was on the grid. But let's see, those BMWs are certainly now pulling away from all the others, and Mishtautas, who managed to keep himself in the wake of leader Paukštys during first lap, now has dropped back a little bit, and Zauka and Bilinskas has caught in, and Bilinskas shows it was not overtaking the attempt yet, but he certainly showed himself to Zauka. Here they go down the main straight and towards turn 1, 2, 3 complex. Can we see what happens next? Now Bilinskas thought better of it, and Zauka's car is smoking heavily. But nevertheless, now Bilinskas on the opposite straight tries to jump, and they have changed places. Bilinskas is now 3rd, Zauka has dropped to 4th. Meanwhile, Bilinskas now faces a challenge to catch Mishtautas in front of him. Meanwhile, Paukštys has already quite a healthy lead. Looking at the timing screen, I can tell you that it was 1.5 seconds at the line. Now it should be a little bit more. But more or less, I can say that Paukštys has healthy lead. It is certainly not 0.4 seconds, it's much more. But PTC2 cars are fighting, and this is Artis Weisman is going off track, exiting penultimate turn. He gets back, but lost at least 1 position. And Kairo Kallas, number 9, is currently BTC2 leader. This is Weisman is in front, and Maxim Avdeyenkov behind him. Avdeyenkov actually is BTC3 tire driver. Oh, his car was heavily sliding, exiting turn 4. So BTC2 top 3 is currently Kallas, Piatokauskas and Lind. But here, this is much more important because Bilinskas has now caught Zauka already. No, sorry. Paukštys is 1 in front, and those 3 cars are almost together. They are fighting for 2nd, 3rd and 4th places. Paukštys has huge lead. It is now already 3.7 seconds, while Zauka and Mishtautas are disputing 2nd place, and Bilinskas is there or thereabouts as well. But are we going to have another change of positions? Not this time. This turn is called Spin FM, and wow! And this is Tadas Piatokauskas, who have stopped his car outside turn 14. If I see it, yes, yellow flags are out, and this is quite a dangerous place. That is quite a dangerous place on the outside. All through the turn itself is slow. There is heavy braking, and here this is turn 12 now. And this group of 3 now they are approaching the turn 15 yellow flag zone. Can we see where the car stands? But actually race is going on, no changes here. Paukšt is leading and his lead is increasing all the time. Meanwhile, Zauka, Mistautas and Bilinskas all together. Wow, what a nice power slide, but it is certainly not the fastest way through turn 3 and 4, and it means that Zauka is now under attack from Mistautas once again. So Mistautas is trying to find a place where to attack his rival. Is it on the back straight? No, it's not. Now through the fastest turn 10, and then the fastest. So slowest cars have been already lapped by the leader. But positions second, third and fourth, they are still very much open after 5.5 laps. So still 5 laps to go, or should I say 4.5. Backmarkers are letting leaders by. That's what they should do. And it's quite interesting to see that Bilinskas, who is currently 4th, is dropping away in some sections. But here is Mistautas coming. He's on the outside for turn 3. Can he go by? No, he can't. There are several racing lines through turns 3 and 4, but which basically they have the same speed, but if you have your rival in front of you, it's much more complicated. You can be faster here, but you can't use the fastest line. Another car is usually exactly where you want to be. But now again backmarkers are in front of Zauka and Mistautas. Mistautas is taking very different lines through turn 11. But again, there is another backmarker which closes half of the track for him, and maybe it gives some chance to Bilinskas as well. Not this time. Leaders are going to complete 7 laps in few seconds. Actually, Paukšt has done it already, and Zauka and Mistautas once again side by side. Going through turn 2, and Zauka stays in front. Although Mistautas once again tries to go from the outside, but Zauka lets him no chance. And once again, Bilinskas drops away, but let's see when they go through turns 6, 7, 8 and 9, through the most difficult and technical complex Porsche ring. Is there some changes? No, there are not, but Mistautas certainly has better top speed compared to Zauka. But having better speed is one thing, converting it to in the better position is completely different. And here we see once more that under full throttle Bilinskas closes in, while Zauka definitely takes defensive lines. Now into turn 14, Mistautas goes to inside, but Zauka slams door in his face. And is he going to lose his 3rd place? No, not this time, but Bilinskas was clearly very, very close. And it means that Zauka has now got a little bit breathing space. Although it was maybe just on the main straight, because Mistautas has caught him once again. and they're now having several backmarkers, V1600 leaders, who are actually also fighting between themselves. But now they must look into their mirrors and let faster cars by. And this is Mistautas has now chance, and he used it to perfection. Absolutely perfect move by Aurimas Mistautas. He saw that Zauka went a little bit outside and blocked his way, using the back markers as well. So Mistautas got finally what he tried to do, but I would say it's too little too late, because it was only for P2. Leader Isidorius Paustis is far away, and far away means 5.5 seconds in front. Meanwhile, those Toyotas are fighting between themselves. And is it Pilinskas who is slowing down? Yes, it is. He's going to lose his P4. 9 laps are completed, so he's going to go the full distance. Actually, he's at least trying to do it. So final lap is underway. Leaders are already completed 9 laps out of 10. But those two cars, we see Matias Nuorama and Abo Skaffari. And number 121, Davidas Sakalauskas, has retired as well on the penultimate lap. So leaders are now closing to the finish already. This is second place man Aurimas Mistautas, and Roberta Sauka once again has nice power slide through turn 11, but he will be third. And leader Isidorius Paustis is now on the main straight already. Here he comes, that black car on the background. Checkered flag is out, and Isidorius Paustis has won the first PTC race. Aurimas Mistautas takes second, and Roberta Zauka third. Number 9, Kairo Kallas, should be the winner in PTC2. He has still 2 turns to negotiate. Meanwhile, V1600 win went to Matias Nuorama. But no, it is number 88, Simo Lind, who is going to win in BTC2. Everything has happened during the last lap. How did Kallas lose his place? It's not clear, but it was clear that his car was moving quite slowly. So in BTC2, everything changed during the final lap. Simo Lind took a win in front of Antti Artsev and Kairo Kallas. So 1, 2, 3, 4 Estonian drivers. PTC1 winner, if we have one, he is number 78, Aurimas Kučinskas. V1600 winner, number 25, Matias Nuorama. And that was it. Our man Artur Svirbulis finished the race in P23, but the main thing, he finished. And here are the final results. PTC1, PTC2, PTC3, V1600 and BMW 116 Cup. There will probably be a little break when the track will be cleared. And now the highlights from the first race of Welcome back, and actually we have two cars which need to be cleared. Tadas Piatokauskas Honda Civic is one of them in this picture on the outside of turn 14. So it takes some time, and now we can talk about a little bit about the next race, which will be for BMW 325 Cup. And for those drivers who didn't manage to reach top 13 in their respective qualification group, we have 45 BMWs entered this weekend, and according to regulations they will be divided in two qualification groups by draw, and 13 fastest from both groups will directly advance to tomorrow's races. But those who didn't manage to be in top 13 now will have a second chance race, or officially qualification race, where their task is to reach top 10, and it means we will have 36 cars tomorrow in BMW 2 races. And number 55, Frenchman Olivier Villeneuve, will be the poleman actually in initial starting grid. Christian is Oskerko, who is one of the main players in the championship, was the first because his transponder didn't work correctly during the qualification, so he only got 3 quite slow laps, but there has been some changes, so Oskerko was promoted to the final directly, and number 55 Olivier Villeneuve is the first and probably most unhappy driver not to reach the final races. He will be joined in front row by number 27 Lithuanian Povilas Ponkjavičius. Then second row, number 13 Marius Survilas, and 71 Janis Ubelis. Third row, number 4 Janis Hans, who should be quite a fast driver as well, and I'm a little bit surprised that he's in second chance race together with number 67 Darius Kaidulionis in row third. Then fourth row, number 2 Karlis Osolins, who should drive a BMW wagon. We will see it, but now we will give over to Ramona, who is on the starting grid already. Please.
Hello, we are here. We are here again on the grid, and we are ready for second race. And in this race, we'll compete BMW 325 Cup qualification race. And in first position, we have driver from France. So let's go and talk a little bit. He's talking with his team members. Yes. Excuse me. Yes, we will talk a little bit with your driver. Hi, how you feel? You're in first position. How you did that?
Very good. First time I'm in pole position, so feel good. Yes.
Okay, and what's your strategy to win the race?
Full gas. That's all.
That's all, really?
Sorry.
No, you're joking. Come on.
No, it's my strategy. Yeah, it's true.
Okay, then good luck. Bye and see you later.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, and here we have the second position as well. Let's go and talk a little bit. And I know this team. Hi, Labas.
Hello, nice to meet you.
How you feel?
I feel really great. Came here to have fun and to just do racing. So I feel good.
Okay, quite big competition in this class. What you will do better than others?
Yeah, it's quite really high pace and really strong teams and drivers. So I think I will just drive and try to do better as I can. And yeah, just have fun.
Okay, but it's not hard to drive when it's so hot weather outside.
Yes, it's hot, but it's like 10 or 14 laps, so it's not high. Was in not high.
How many degrees in the car?
I think about 60.
Only.
Yeah, only. Okay. I like warm. I like warm weather.
Okay, it's good. So good luck and see you later.
See you.
And let's go and talk a little bit with the third position. It's a driver from Lithuania as well. Hi, team members. Can we talk a little bit with your best driver? Hi.
Hi.
How do you feel?
Great. I'm really glad to be here. It's such a wonderful event. It's good weather, good racing, so yeah, really happy.
Okay, this class is quite big and competition is big. What's your plan? What you will do better like others?
I will try to be the best version of myself. Yeah, that's the only thing I can do really. I can, just try to be as good as I can. That's it.
Okay, Povilas said that he likes hot weather, and it's good that it's so hot and sunny. How about you?
Yeah, I can only agree with Povilas. He's a good friend of mine, so yeah, I agree with him.
Okay, but do you want to be better than him, or you will let him?
Of course, we as racing drivers, we want to beat everyone. I think every racer thinks that he's the best, so let the best man win.
Yes, I agree, but at the end, sometimes in this class, some drivers and some things is not so clean because a lot of cars. What do you think about that? Everyone is going to drive safe and clean, or?
Of course, I think I will try, of course, to drive as clean as I can and safe, but it's racing, some things just happen. So my duty is to do best job that I can, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay, and what you will say to other drivers?
I wish them good luck.
Thank you very much, and good luck for you too. Drivers are ready, they are feeling good, the weather is perfect, and we are ready to race. After this race, we are going to third race, and that will be really interesting as well, so stay on. And Thomas, right now we are getting back to you.
Thank you, Ramona, and I'm not one anymore because my Latvian colleague Artūrs Virbulis has joined me just out of the racing track, competing in your BMW. How was it on the track?
Oh, hot. Hello everybody, welcome to Pärnu summer race. And a lot to think about. It was my first rolling start, so made a mistake there, and afterwards had to fight with the Mazda, which was quicker on the straights. I was quicker on the corners, and but yeah, some lessons learned, and I'm ready for this amazing race, qualifying race of 325 Cup. That will be a quite show, especially looking at Martin Šlapiņš starting from the back and trying to get into the top 10. So that will be one to watch out. And of course, a lot of good drivers here that haven't made it automatically into race one for tomorrow. We see Jānis Hāns, for example, Kārlis Ozoliņš, ABC champion, former, Girds Daugoviņš, very what's the word? Experienced driver, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. And looking at the points standings, Krišjānis Oskerko, who is currently third, he initially was not in the finals, but there were some changes, so he was the last one to qualify. So actually he had to stand on the pole position. But now the warm-up lap has begun. As usually we have 2 warm-up laps. And it will be interesting to see what Šlapiņš can do from the 19th position. Of course, he should be by far the fastest driver here. But again, you must be only in top 10. It's the minimum task.
Yeah, it's the main goal, of course, for Šlapiņš. And we know he's a quite a fighty overtaker. We have seen some very good overtakes from him during the this year and also last year. And I think he isn't looking for the 10th spot. He's looking further up, because that's very important also for tomorrow.
Yeah,
If you start from 27 or 37, it's a big difference.
Yeah, it's big.
36.
Yeah, it's big difference, of course. But the reason why he is there is he had quite a decent lap time during qualification, but for whatever reason he didn't enter Parc Fermé, and the regulations in this case tell that all your times are cancelled, and that's it.
Yeah, that's a quite a big mistake, I would say. I don't know the reason behind that.
He's also very experienced driver from karting, from
rallycross, everything.
Wherever, yeah. But things like that happen.
Yeah, the question is maybe he came in quicker. He wasn't driving till the last lap. He came in maybe in the pits quicker and didn't enter Parc Fermé, but the drive to the pits, and maybe then the pits closed the exit, and therefore he couldn't. Maybe that's a logical explanation. I would think maybe.
I don't think that if you're going exiting the track after a checkered flag, you just drive into your garage. It's not logical. But we will see. We will see. Cars are now going through the penultimate lap, and here is, you see this BMW wagon. It should be number 2, Karlis Odolinš, starting from P7, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and his teammate from Dagwheel Motorsport, Jan Subels, from P4 as well. So both actually former ABC champions. So that will be also interesting to watch. So a lot of good drivers. We will have a lot of good fights, and of course Olivier Villeneuve also joining 325 Cup, and did a really decent qualifying for him. He's representing Road Racing as well as Dmitry Gornev. So a lot of good teams right now here in the battle.
What's the interesting thing is that all Estonian drivers managed to go directly into the finals. No one is here.
Oh, lucky Estonians. home track.
Yeah, but it was quite close. Now, grid is formed, and the race will be over 8 laps, so quite a short
race.
One.
Yeah,
short one,
yeah.
yes.
So it seems that everybody is ready, and let's wait for the lights. And we see the engines are roaring up. I can't wait. This
and lights are out. And Villeneuve took a very sketchy start, and it means that Bonkiavicius is now already the leader, and Hans is going well as well. And here comes Lapinsk. Is he going to win the race into turn 1? No, he's not. He has actually managed to break.
Oh, somebody is off track. That's number I think it's Martin Zirny. It is number 14 with from the design. But yeah, we see Bonkovic out front. Hans with a very good start, starting from P5, already P3 right now.
And Villeneuve is down to 4th. But anyway, once again, you must be in top 10. That's the minimum task for you. And where is Lapinsk? I would say that he's on the verge of P12 or something already.
Yeah, could be like that. But very good that everybody got through the first corner, so no crashes, no nothing from that. And right now we see Hans trying and maneuver from the outside on Marius Survilas. And right now, very good.
Really classical move. And now Hans is on the inside, and under braking he was much better.
Yeah. So P2 right now for Hans, Survilas in P3, that's where he started, and Bonkevičius right now out front. Here we see, I think that was Ubels also making his way
and
up.
I would say that Lapinsk is already in top 10.
After one lap?
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Here he comes.
We will see that on the... we see it on the live timing. And we see it on the screen as well, of course.
Yeah. No, 11th.
11th right now.
Just out of top 10, but he is certainly very fast. And looking at the gaps are non-existent. And you can see how different line Lapinsk took to turns 2 and 3.
And we see that Ozolinš has lost quite a few places, started from P7 right now, down to 12, so not the best start from him, not the best first lap from him. He has to try to fight back. He has 2 cars in front of him, and still we have 7 laps almost 7 laps to go. And it's really interesting what will happen. Of course, it's interesting to see what's out front, but we are looking more on the places 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, Lapins is definitely not going to be content with his P10. He has managed to overtake Petri Seppälä for 10th, but you can see there are 3 cars in one big group in front of him, and Lapins is looks very racy. There will be no prisoners taken.
And right now, the next one up in front of him is Jānis Ubelis.
Of course, he must keep cool, not to overcook it here.
And
second lap will be completed in a few seconds.
So yeah, this is the fight. Oh, and Ubel is going very wide onto the main straight, and that's of course a chance right now for Martin Šlapiņš to go by, and he is by. So moves up into 9th place, and Ubelis right now in 10th place, and there is Seppälä 11th. So
yeah, so Ubelis has now quite and Šlapiņš takes another position, but Ubelis is side by side with him. Šlapiņš on the outside had better acceleration towards turn 6.
And right
they
now,
are still side by side.
Yeah, going. We call it the parabolica. So this corner, and wow, what a move there
Ubelis,
from Ubelis.
Yeah, Ubelis took back one position. Actually, this turn is called. Whoa!
Oh, really wide there by Šlapiņš, going almost off track and loses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions.
I think it's something happened to the car. Is it tire?
Maybe at the beat tire. So yeah, that's wow. That's a big surprise and big shame, of course, for Martin Šlapiņš and of course for LV Racing, one of the leaders in the team, of course. And that must hurt. And it seemed maybe a beat tire or something else, but it's
whatever.
technical.
But car is losing speed. Everybody has overtaken Šlapiņš already, so they to forget for him for sure.
Yeah, what a drama. What a drama. I did expect that the race will be interesting, and we will see a lot of fights going on, but this is really painful for him and for the team. So they will look back at the Parc Fermé mistake and shake their heads. What went wrong there? And
but the interesting thing is that Hans has caught Bonkjavicius. They are we can say here they go. And they're disputing the lead. Also, if I was in the place of Hans, I would keep my cool and not to attack neither.
Yeah, of course, that wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense right now to overcook it and to cause a crash and don't get into race 1 tomorrow. So let's look at the drivers who are right now in Bonkevicius, Hans, Survilas, Villeneuve, then we have 67 Gaidilonis.
And there is clear, where do you have a clear gap between 8th and 9th? Ubelis is 8th, and there is 1.5 seconds to Seppälä in 9th. Then there are Varnis, Valros, Jucius, Zirnitis all behind Seppälä. So I would say that top 8, if they are not making big mistakes, they are more or less already in the finals.
Yeah. Then we have, of course, Gorniaus in P6 right now. Number 7, place 7 for Daugovic, so he has also made up some places. Ubel is 8th. Then we have Seppälä 9th, and of course as well.
And I suspect that number 2, Karlis Odolinš, in his wagon, is not going to make finals this time.
It seems that something is wrong with the car, because right now he's 2 seconds behind Zirnitis, and usually Ozolinš is faster. Okay, he has caught Zirnitis, but maybe there was some first lap incidents we didn't see. Maybe he was pushed wide or something like that. Of course, a good friend of mine, so I will talk with him after.
And here you can see top 8. 8th is Ubelis, and there is about 100 meters of free tarmac, and then
so this
Seppälä.
Is the battle you want to see, number 46.
And there is long train of cars behind, and here is Ozolinš in
the only touring.
Yeah, the only touring. Actually, the regulations didn't allow touring bodies last year, but there were changes for this year, and here you see. Maybe this car is not the fastest one, but just for diversity, it's quite pleasant to see.
Yeah, I think they have two cars. They have a sedan and a touring team, and they can compare. And it looked like in practice and also in qualifying that they are almost on the same speed. So yeah, something.
So
is
the
right
minimum
now.
weight is quite high, 1,400 kilos for BMW. So the extra weight the touring body has may not be a problem here.
Yeah, I think it's possible to shave more weight off the cars.
So 5 laps are completed. Ponkjavicius and Hans, no battle going on. Maybe Hans will show himself during the final lap if he's a wise guy, and he should be.
Yeah, and we saw just driving through the paddock, Martin Schlapinch has ended his race prematurely, unfortunately, and that's it.
So yeah, what a shame. He can pack up and return home tomorrow. Actually today already, but what
Yeah,
a shame.
We don't know. Maybe he will be driving the 2-hour Nankang Endurance Academy on Sunday. Let's see. And,
But for
that.
sprint races,
it's
this
over.
competition is over for him. So this is Villeneuve and Gaidulionis. They are 4th and 5th currently. But again, peace rules everywhere, almost everywhere.
And what's happening there? I think we see that there is almost a second right now between P10 and between P11. So Valros and Jutsius.
Yes, but what is here it's 2 leaders and the gap is non-existent now. So Hans is going to push Ponkjavicius.
Getting racy, the
Yeah,
old fox
it
Hans.
must be very careful, even if he feels that he's faster than Lithuanian in front of him. But the main thing is to be careful here.
And here we see some waving there from Hans.
Hans
behind.
is, yeah, it's
Psychological warfare.
yeah,
going on
for
there.
sure, but still 2 laps to go.
Oh, and a mistake there by Bonkovic. I think it was a really wide exit. We saw him sliding around on the exit. So, but
that is changed. That is changed for P9. Valros is now in front of Seppala. We would like to see what is happening there because they are now battling for the final positions, which give them places for tomorrow's main grid.
And if I'm not mistaken, both 2 Finnish drivers. I
Yep,
think. Yep.
both are Finnish
Yep.
drivers, yes, but not finished yet. So here, and this is Seppälä, or is it?
Maybe
No,
Silverwell's P8,
this is
9.
Valros and Seppälä is
Seppälä.
white, black
Ooh,
and
we
yellow.
have Jutsius there from Dream to Drive team, of course, the team which had the pole setter, of course, Edvinas Žadeikis. So also a good
So Seppälä is now 10th and Jutsius 11th. So it's really desperate situation, especially for Jutsius.
And we have, it seems like 2 laps
There.
left right now, so not a lot of change.
Even less because leaders will complete their 7th lap in few seconds.
Yeah.
And this is Seppälä. Can he
This
hold
is the
on?
battle. We should hold on to this battle right now. It's Valros, it's Seppälä and Jutsius, and here we see a
And
good
Varnis
exit
is
there.
there as well. So actually it's between 3 cars, not 2 anymore.
Yeah, and after them we have also Ozolinj. So yeah, really close battle, and this is the last lap for them.
Yeah, this is the last lap, lap 8.
And here we see a bad exit there from Jutsius from the first corner.
And this gave again Seppälä some breathing space, and maybe this was the crucial move.
Because with these cars on this track, there aren't so many overtaking opportunities. So
Seppälä has been caught once again, but through turn 8 and 9, Seppälä took a little bit, and that is new leader. Hans is now in front of Ponkjavicius. There is only 2 turns to go. The main thing for them is not to crash into each other. Ponkjavicius thinks about taking very different line, and he does exactly that.
yeah,
But Hans is now clearly in front. No change here. Hans will win this race, and
what is happening here? That's for P6,
yeah,
5 and something like that.
So they basically, those guys in top 8, they did everything correctly, started to fight only during the final lap.
Yeah.
But what is going here?
And that is 93, that is...
So Seppala will be 10th, just one more turn for him even. No, he's on the main straight now, and Seppala was 10th. And the final one who advanced to tomorrow's races
is Seppala at P10, yeah.
Yeah. So Janis Haans, Povilas Ponkjavitsus, Marius Survilas, Olivier Villeneuve, Darius Kaiduljonis, Dmitris Kornevs, Janis Ubelis, Kirst Augavins, Heikki Valros, and Petri Seppala were those 10 lucky drivers who can start 2 BMW races tomorrow.
Yeah, so congratulations to them. Unfortunately for the Jucius Wozo in Švarnis, Wozo Zirnits, Ulvidaite, Dobums, and Maniusis and Lapinch. It's unfortunately game over for the sprint races. Maybe they will drive something else this weekend. We will see. But yeah, really, really interesting race and really much drama, much fighting, and yeah.
But I have to say that the drivers really were thinking drivers. Those top 8, as I said, they didn't battle. Their positions were more or less settled, and only during the final lap they tried to improve their positions. And of course, this man, Janis Haans, did it to perfection.
Yeah, very good from Hans. So I think I will go to the NES Porsche Sprint Challenge grid, and after that, of course, I will be back to join you, and I think we will have a really fast race, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's fast, and that will be 20 minutes plus 1 lap. So, thank you, Arturs. In a few seconds, we will have highlights from BMW qualification race, and then we will go over to Porsches. And here you can see a very lonely Porsche on the track. It is going to take its place on the grid. And let's see who is it. It is number 48, Thomas Kangro, who will start race 1 from the front row from P2. Racing grid for determined by qualification, of course, and Thomas Padovani, Frenchman Thomas Padovani, was the winner in qualification in front of Thomas Kangro, so 2 namesakes from the front row. And I've seen this year, for example, during the first race in Riga, that there were even 3rd Thomas, or actually Tommi Haru in front. But this time Tommi Haru is going to start from P6. Padovani's best time during qualification was 1:13.959, and he was also the only driver who managed to do the lap under 1 minute and 14 seconds. 3,172 meters is the length of Porsche Ring. And talking about qualification, Marius Bartkus and Nicolas Pirtilahti, Bartkus from Lithuania and Pirtilahti from Finland, will start from row 2. Jani Kägelä and Tommi Haru, 2 Finnish drivers, from row 3. Estonian Gert Jugala and Finnish Jonne Kurikka will start from 4th row, and 5th row consists of number 11 Olli Kangas from Finland and number 72 Raimo Kulli from Estonia. Porsches had a little bit different qualification format. They have first 10 minutes where all the cars, well, 16 cars, were out on the track. Then top 10 advanced to second stage Q2, where top 10 were determined, and positions from 11th downward were determined by the first qualification session. And the race duration for Porsches will be 20 minutes plus 1 lap. And now Arturs is already on the grid and ready to talk with Porsche drivers. Over to you, Arturs.
So, hello everybody, welcome to Pärnu Summer Race, welcome to the 3rd race of first day of Friday, and this will be a really fast one. Let's take a look at the cars. It's of course NES Porsche Sprint Challenge, and yeah, we see a lot of cars lining up, I think around 16, 17, 18, so I think one of the coolest grids we have here at Pärnu Summer Race. And right now we see, of course, on pole position we have Thomas Padovani, the leader of the championship. Has had a really good season so far, so maybe we can have a few words with Thomas and check with him. Hi, Thomas.
Hey.
So, how was the qualifying for you?
The track is very slippery this weekend, so it was pretty tricky, but we found some speed, and here we go.
And the plan for the race, of course, try to look only ahead.
Yeah, well, that would be easy. Let's see, after turn 1.
And the season so far has been really, really good and nice to you.
Yeah, we did. We lost basically. We P2 in the first race, and then we won all the races after that.
Okay, good luck, Thomas.
Thank you.
So let's see what we have as well. So pole position, yeah, of course, Thomas Padovani, and then we have another Thomas, Thomas Kangro from P2, but it seems like he's really focused. But let's try to get some words from Thomas Kangro as well. Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
A few words, your thoughts after qualifying and before the race?
Was a nice one.
Hot one.
Hot one, yes.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
So Thomas Kangro, we see, is really focused. And we have also a Lithuanian driver here, Marius Bartkus. It seems that he is ready. And yeah, we see 16 cars here, and it will be a really, really fast race. Let's hope for a clean race. Let's hope for some nice battles. And of course, this is the last race of today. And then we will move on, of course, to tomorrow. And tomorrow we will have a lot of action. We will have Porsches, we will have Baltic touring cars, we will have of course, BMW 325 Cup cars, and, of course, the Baltic Endurance Championship 6-hour race. So let's focus right now on the Porsche NES Porsche Sprint Challenge, and then, of course, think about tomorrow.
Thank you, Arturs. And talking about the point standings, Porsches have had already 3 rounds in their championship. It means 6 races, and Thomas Padovani, the poleman, is current leader with 145 points. Thomas Kangro, who is starting from P2, is P2 in the points table as well, having 105 points, so quite a large margin Thomas Padovani has over his namesake. Third place man is another Thomas, or Tommi Haru. He has 81 points. Fourth place man in championship, Mantas Janavicius, is not here, but fifth place Olli Kangas will start from P9 today, and Jani Kegela, who is 6th in championship, will start from P5. So quite high in front of Tommi Haru as well. And here is the grid. So quite an international company. And 16 drivers. Pay attention to number 72, Raimo Kulli, who is starting from P10. He's actually deputizing for another driver, but he has quite a lot of experience with Porsches. Maybe he is a little rusty currently because he haven't actually raced Porsches quite a long. He has driven, of course, but not raced them, so we will see. And pace car is already moving, so Porsches will soon begin their warm-up lap. They will have warm-up lap, then formation lap as usually. Thomas Padovani is a clear favorite, of course, as a qualification winner, as a championship leader. But it's motor racing, everything can happen. And now Arturs is back in our commentator booth as well.
Yeah, did a quick sprint, but no, it's really close to the starting grid where we are commentating. And so, as usual, Thomas Kangro, a man of few words.
Yeah, I think Kimi Räikkönen is quite talky compared to him.
More and more chatty.
Yeah, but Thomas talks in the car.
Yeah, of course. Both Thomases, Padovani and Kangro, of course. 3/10, less than 3/10 between the two drivers in qualifying, so
not that much.
That's a small margin.
And as Padovani mentioned, track is quite slippery.
Yeah,
because I think they have some problems with the heat, because the sun has been shining the whole day. Asphalt is quite hot, and that is which makes the track slippery.
Yeah, and it's also for the other classes. You can feel it that the track is quite slippery. But this is the last race of today, so then we have a night to cool down the track a little bit and come back tomorrow. But yeah, then we have in P3 Marius Bartkus, of course, also a quick driver there, just 3/10 behind Kangro as well. Nikos Pirtilahti, Jani Kakala, Tommi Haru. As you said, Tommi Haru, of course. Also really, you said about Raimo Kulli, yeah.
And Haru, of course, he's starting from P6, but he's third in championship, so we must keep eye on him. I would say that his qualification was not optimal, because P6 is certainly not what he was seeking for.
And this, of course, is a really enjoyable circuit for Porsche. It's really smooth and flat, and you don't have bumps here. Okay, quite maybe one bump going onto the main straight. There is,
yeah, that's very tricky place, because there is a change in camber.
Yeah.
You enter the turn, the camber turns to negative, and there is, especially for rear-wheel drive cars, the bump is exactly on the racing line.
Yeah.
And if you go there on the wrong angle, if it can very easily just throw you into the inside wall.
Yeah, it's quite a tricky one. You have to have good suspension there to work it really out, and of course some handling, some car handling skills.
Yeah, but to be very cautious through that final turn. Now the formation lap is underway, which means that we should see already some formation. Yes, Thomas is in front row, more or less side by side behind the safety car.
And yeah, it's standing start is one thing, but rolling start is completely another thing, and it's.
Yeah, if you haven't done karting, then it's quite difficult to handle. Yeah. But all those karting guys, if they go to some classes which have rolling start, it's very easy for them because they have just from the very young age have practiced it for hundreds of times. Anyway, now Porsches are in good formation. Thomas Padovani in this picture on the right, Thomas Kangro on the left. So Padovani will have the inside line into turn 3 during first lap. Now through the final turn and onto the main straight. And here we go.
So we see a really good start there by Kangro, but Padovani, as you mentioned, is on the inside line. So let's hope they do not touch, and of course a better exit there by Padovani.
Much better exit. I think Bartkus was there side by side already with Kangro almost.
And yeah, they're coming right now to the Parabolica, and yeah, okay, Padovani maintains his lead. Really smooth first corners by him, but after him, a really good queue there.
Yeah, long train of cars. Everybody together here, and this is Tommi Aru on the outside of turn 10, and he thinks better of it because if it's slippery, you can't stay on the outside there. You saw that place was quite dirty. There are many marbles on the. And that is Aru. There was 3 cars involved. There is Gert Jugala, I think, involved on the left side as well.
Yes, and the number 73. Then we have, number 10. It's Tommi Haru, and we had another car there, but. That's a thing we don't see usually in Porsche.
Yeah, it was
sprint challenge.
The lightest of touch, but the cars were on the edge, and you saw how Haru. I think he has not finished yet. He's going to continue. No, his car is still standing in turn 11.
So, and here we have number 92 as well there.
Thomas Svidinskas, Lithuanian driver, in turn 14. And 2 cars standing on the side of the track. It may be safety car.
Yeah, because you don't want to crash into the standings.
Haru is moving. Maybe he had to restart the cars. Push control alt delete or something. So Padovani in front of Kangro, Bartkus, Kägela, Kangas, Eerola. This is top 6, and you see that Padovani is already has escaped from Kangro, and Kangro in turn has quite a good gap to Bartkus, but Kägela is directly behind Bartkus. Here they are fighting for P3 and 4.
Of course, it's interesting to see. Before the crash, I really looked on the screen and saw that there was a really nice fight going on between the new 992 Cup cars and, of course, the previous 991 generation, and I thought, wow, that will be interesting, and they all crashed then together just a few seconds. Oh, and we have another crash right now going onto this main straight. 3 cars involved, it seems like. What is happening there? Number 2219, that is Pirtilahti. Number 22.
Simo Kangas is number 33, and number 19
Jari Ollila. So we have 2 crashes with 3 different Porsches, so together 6.
Now there should be safety car.
I think that's a red flag. We see it's a red flag right now.
Okay, yeah, red flag is out.
Wow.
This is not medical. This is just rescue. Yeah, and this is Gert Jugala's car.
Quite damaged.
Yeah. What a shame! What a shame! Usually, Porsche drivers are driving very carefully.
Clean.
Yeah.
This is a gentleman's class.
That's one thing, but the cars are. Let's put it. They are very expensive.
Yeah, and every part you break is not tens euros or hundreds. It's usually thousands of euro repair damage.
So just one lap has been classified. We have classification as we had red flag. Classification is after lap 1, and the time here in Pärnu is 19:40. At 8 p.m. there must be silence. So if these rescue works take some 15 minutes or more, it may happen that this race will be not restarted. It may be, I don't know, and of course it depends.
Yeah, that would be a shame, but it's clear that we have lost, I think, at least right now 4 cars.
Haru managed to
move further, but we saw that Jugala was also in the pit, so maybe we lost at some point 5 cars, and that's
So cars are now going back to the main straight, and as I understand they will stop on the grid.
Yeah, it seems like that, and I think we have some of course debris on the track. The cars to move, that's not really long, but of course you have to be careful not to damage them anymore because they're quite low compared to other cars, other classes. So
actually,
I think they should stop.
Yeah, they should stop now.
But there is the line. Yeah, they're stopping before the start-finish line.
But it was we didn't see what happened in turn 15.
No, I don't know.
It may be that someone spun and those two just arriving in the wrong moment into the wrong place.
That's of course a possibility. Maybe we can see some replays later. Maybe not. I assume we can at some point. But that's the first one. Also, we didn't see. We see just the aftermath. What was happening there?
Yeah, it was. The camera angle was such that we didn't even see if there was a real contact.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody took an avoiding action and just overdid it. We are not very much sure.
But this is unprecedented carnage right now. What was happening?
Yeah,
here.
with Porsches, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, those contacts were not that bad. Cars are not completely damaged. It's more or less cosmetical, but still.
Yeah, still, of course. I think some wheels were maybe bent or also the suspension a little bit, but it's 100% sure that if we restart this race, we won't have 16 cars on the grid. We will have 12 or 13.
Yeah, because Haru is shown in the pits as well.
So it seems maybe 11 or 12 cars will be maybe on the grid, and here we see number 33, quite a lot of damage for. And
there are radiators for sure broken. You see that track seems to be damp. Yeah. I hope they are radiators. Radiators are in front part Porsches, especially older Porsches.
Yeah.
It was very weak point, just a slight contact, and your radiator was gone.
I see also number 19, which is Nikos Pirtilahti, also quite damaged.
I think Pirtilahti was quite high in the order. He was something like 6th. He started
4th. So
yeah, even so, maybe, and those two were much more back. So maybe Pirtilahti had spin or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense that they were so close, because we see 22 Jari Ollila started from P15, Kangas from P14. So
yeah, very much different classes, different worlds.
Yeah, and maybe they were fighting with each other and somehow didn't see
whatever I am.
So yeah,
unfortunate thing, but things like this happen in motor racing. We can now use the break and talk about what happens tomorrow. We will start at about 9:50 with our broadcast, and we will have sprint races in the morning and 6-hour race in the afternoon. And tomorrow first race will be for Porsches as well, starting at 10 o'clock, their second race. I don't know what happens if this race would not be restarted. One lap is only completed.
And I think you need at least 50% to get
Yes,
some
yes.
half
So
points.
basically, if it stays as it is, and I can't see how they can make 50% of 10 minutes, of 20 minutes.
Of course, there is a possibility, like Belgium Grand Prix and F1 last year, you can do some laps behind the safety car and complete the distance.
That regulations were a little bit different.
Of course, yeah, but just to compare, of course, when they drive slowly behind the safety car, they can avoid, of course, the cars there standing. But I think we still have some sunlight left.
Sunlight. Sunset is I think, like 9:15 or 9:20 or.
But we have some.
But there is a noise restriction. Noise restriction, which starts from 8 p.m. So that's the critical factor.
Okay.
And it is only 14 minutes till that time.
So that's quite similar, like in Bitterniek. We have also something around 8-9 is the noise restriction there. So I can't see that we can.
So we will see some replays from the start. Maybe we can see what happened here as well. This is Haru and Jugala.
It's hard to.
From this was aftermath.
Yeah, this was because we saw just the first contact or the second contact, but it seemed like somebody did overshoot it there.
There is penultimate turn. This was Svidinskas. We saw him standing there, but it was alright. He was all by his own.
He came back, and
but
this it seems like unfortunately we don't have this on camera. But yeah, but
now
we hear Porsche sounds.
Yeah, it was Haru who was coming out of the pits, and he's going to take position at the end of the grid.
Interesting to see if Gert Jugala does the same, or his car is more damaged.
So I see from timing that there is 0 laps shown for everybody. It means that the race will be restarted from the very beginning. And now the question is, what will be the starting order? My logic tells me that they should take their initial positions.
But that's interesting because they did complete 1 lap.
Yeah, but it's only 1 lap. So of course, race director decides it. There are several options.
No judgment on that, but I think it would. Sometimes some drivers will think it's not fair. Like I did a good job on my start. I got some places, and
but the regulations are there. Is it fair or not? Nobody's asking it.
Of course. Of course, right now we see some cars going through the paddock.
And this is Pirtilahti's car, and you could see from another angle that its left side was really damaged. Left front was quite heavily damaged. So he certainly took a hit. Yeah, from this side you can see.
Yeah, that's quite damaged. So long night ahead for a few teams, for a few mechanics in Nesport Sprint Challenge. And let's hope that most of the cars will be back on the grid tomorrow. But we see that we are trying to get the restart. We are trying to get it going once again. And
time is ticking out, so we will see what happens next. But looking at the grid, there are at least intentions to restart that race.
Yeah, that's half of the win already. Good intentions.
And tomorrow we will have 5 races. for 5 sprint races, I should say. 2 for Porsches, 2 for BMWs, and 1 for BTC classes. And for you as well, Arturs.
Yeah. Still trying to process the first race.
You have a long night.
Yeah, I have a long night as well. I have very good teammates who will help to understand the mistakes and don't make them tomorrow. But yeah, it's interesting to race against cars which are not in your class but are like on the track on a completely another continent, I would say.
If your potential is lower, then it's one thing. But if you feel that you can be faster,
yeah,
but
not on the straights.
Yeah, I have experienced the same, and it's really frustrating.
Really, I was really angry at myself, everybody, and then the fast cars are coming, and of course I didn't want to get in the way in the BTC 1, 2, 3 class fighting. So
you didn't, of course, you didn't see, but the second place overall was decided when second and third place car were overtaking backmarkers.
Okay. I didn't want to be that guy.
Yeah. No, they didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
But Mr. Autos, who eventually took second, he was very wise and saw what was going. So he blocked his rival so that they were side by side.
Yeah.
And his rival was on that part of track which was blocked by slower cars.
Okay.
So that was a really good move.
I will look definitely at the highlights a little bit later. But yeah, we have really good races tomorrow coming up. We start at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock already the first race. And then we are going through 5 sprint races. Tune in, it will be really interesting and really... It will be hotter as today, some degrees.
In the morning it may be a little bit overcast, but weather forecast for tomorrow, official Estonian weather forecast, tell maximum 26 degrees in the afternoon.
But in the sun it felt like hotter today.
Yeah, for sure, especially if you are sitting in the car.
Yeah. But
so somebody was asked, I don't remember who was it, but Ramon asked him that what's the temperature in the car, and he said, maybe something like 60.
Yeah, it differs. It depends.
So, but by the way, do you have a window opened?
No, I have closed. Because the rule is when you go on the pit exit, they check if you have a window closed or open, because you're only allowed completely open or completely closed. I would like to drive with a little bit centimeters open, but completely open is a little bit, I think, hardcore. but
in NASCAR they have no windows, no side windows.
But they're crazy guys who are driving NASCAR.
Okay. So time is ticking, and it is 19:53 already.
But is it 8 o'clock harsh? If we go over a few minutes, what will happen there?
Usually it has been very harsh.
Okay.
So it's a quite strict rule from the track owners.
Of course, if we want to have such nice events here, we have to abide by the rules.
That's a problem.
And of course, the track owners don't make the rules. If they could, they would allow to race longer. So, of course, noise pollution is a thing.
It's everywhere in the world with racing tracks. Even here, we have an airport just 300 meters from here. Of course, air traffic in Pärnu is not very busy. And the industrial district is on the other side of the road, but still the noise racing cars or bikes are creating is quite different. And if it's today, if it's quite quiet evening, and if the cars are on the track, then you can hear it on the other side of the town of Pärnu for sure.
Of course, and. But yeah, I would like to say that I really loved coming to Pärnu every time. I've been this year, I think, already the 3rd time, because I was for the Nes Porsche Sprint Challenge event here, and then some practice, and right now
So
here.
you have driven quite a lot in Bikernik as well, so comparing those tracks, they are completely different.
Yeah, completely different. Here it's much safer and I would say more enjoyable to fight with other cars because there is space for errors. You can make some errors and nothing will happen. In Bikernik,
it's for you as a driver. It's more challenging in Bikernik, but it's fight with other cars. It's uncomfortable, I would say.
But I have driven Bikernik so much that I know the spots where you can do something and where you don't. But if you look at also the complexity of the racetrack, it's hard to get Pärnu right. But
yeah, at least safety car is moving and Porsches are moving as well. And it seems that they have taken their initial positions after those two crashes. And it means that the race will be effectively restarted from the very start, not restarted from the situation during the red flag. But unfortunately, we have no information about how long this race will last.
Yeah, that would be good to know. But I assume we should get some information on the timing table. If it will be some minutes or some laps or maybe the full distance is 10 or 12 laps.
15 minutes plus 1 lap.
Okay, that's for Porsche.
Original was 20 minutes.
Because I understand the logic behind that, the 15 minutes, because in Porsches you count everything by minutes and hours, like engine, differentials, everything.
Exactly.
So all the maintenance works. So that makes sense.
Not kilometers.
Yeah.
So anyway, now we are ready for second attempt. How many cars do we have?
Let's hope for a cleaner one, for a cleaner attempt.
Yeah, I think it's almost inevitable. Everybody will be very careful now.
So I'm counting 8, 9, 10,
11. Yeah, 11 cars.
11 cars, yeah.
And Tomas Svidinskas, number 92, actually he started from the last position.
So yeah, we have 5 cars left, 5 cars lost.
Yeah, and everything seems to be ready now. Formation is there.
So the two Thomases out front, Padovani and Kangro.
So first time Kangro tried to go to the outside, it didn't work. Now he has another possibility to do something. But can he?
This is really a tricky moment. You see how the field is spread out, and will we get a green light? From the sound we got, got it. So a restart for the race, starting from 0. And we see that Marius Bartkus really aggressive there against Thomas Kangro, trying on the inside, and I think some contact as well. Oh! It's a rollover. What is happening in the Porsche Sprint Challenge? We thought it will be much cleaner, but we have a rollover, and that's definitely game over for today. We tried to salvage something. We tried to restart
another red flag, and it was... Oh, what a pity, what a pity. I think it was Tommi Haru who rolled.
But we have some full moon, going on, or what is happening?
No, full moon was last week.
Last week. So this is some still carrying over from that, but it all started with the hard battle between Kangro and Bartkus.
Yes, and they touched, and then all the hell broke loose.
I think that Kangro wanted to come back at Bartkus because I think they had already contact in the first corner, right, when he got inside.
I think Bartkus had the contact with Padovani as well, but it was okay until now.
And right now we see that Bartkus is on the inside.
But it's very, very easy to Yeah, Bartkus got...
But there wasn't space for Bartkus
yeah.
as well, because on the left side of him was the car as well. So
yeah,
and that was just the aftermath of that. And it is number 10. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Tommy Haru.
Tommy Haru. Yeah.
It was typical chain reaction, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Lot of damage made.
It looked like a racing accident because
it
seemed like Kangro, it was in the blind spot. He didn't see that Bartkus is so close. Tried to go to the perfect, like to the racing line.
And there was another car on the inside, so that was it.
Bartkus had no space also to go. So
red flag is out, and the day is finished. I would say.
I'll try to get official confirmation from the organizers, but it seems like that.
No official information until now. But yeah, of course, time has run out, and
we have lost another 3 or 4 cars.
I don't know how many. If they have spares for tomorrow, I'm not sure. Number 48, it is Kangro's car, which he hit the barrier or didn't.
It seems like
another car on the background hit the barrier. That's for sure.
Yeah, the barrier is bent a little bit.
Yeah.
I can't really see the number
was
there.
Was it number 39, Jani Kägela, I suspect? Or was Kägela the one who...
Of course, Haru, Kakala were the drivers there. Like
somebody managed to escape from this carnage. Who was on the inside of Bartkus. But I didn't notice who exactly it was. So, game over for today. And we have one more replay. Still okay, world is on its feet. So, who was this? Number 39, yes. And Jani Kägela was this one. Currently 4th and on the inside, Haru is on the outside.
You see as well, the number 11, Oli Kangas is the one in the barriers, I think.
So yeah, 3 cars. Actually, Bartkus was sandwiched between Kangro and...
And that's a huge
number
crash.
5, Bartkus was, hit twice.
You see number 11 as well. That's Oli Kangas involved there. But yeah, that's a crash. The video will go viral, I assume, not for the best reasons, but let's hope that everybody is safe. The cars right now in this age of racing are safe. So.
Of course, the speed was not that high. Even a rolling car like this. Actually, it was on the grass, and he didn't hit the barrier hard.
Yeah,
so
he did make one roll. Of course, he will be shaken up. That's for sure. After a roll, you will.
On the grass, it may be even okay. There was some speed involved, but on the grass, if you may be so lucky that actually nothing happens. Of course, he must go through medical checks and so on and so on. But unfortunately, that's all for today. We will now complete our broadcast. Join us again tomorrow, starting from 9:50. Hopefully there will be more racing and less accidents tomorrow. Porsches will be the first cars which will go to the track tomorrow. Their first race should start at 10 o'clock. How many cars will be there? It's impossible to say. We hope for the best. But for today, thank you for following us, and join us again tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you, and see you at 9:50 tomorrow. A lot of action, and yeah, stay safe.
Bye.